Would you rather watch a close game or a blowout?
Neck and neck.
See, I don't want to see a close game. The tension is too much for me. I want to see my team or whoever I'm rooting for comfortably win.
I like the competition, even if it involves my team. You can't win if you don't fucking score runs.
No, you generally can't win any sporting event if you don't score points. I like that. That's good analysis. Keep them coming. You got any other gems?
No, what I love is you're such a troll. You didn't even know Seattle played baseball.
Oh, well, I mean, they clearly play baseball better than Detroit.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll take it. I got nothing.
What about a TV show, though? Do you like a lot of tension in a TV show or a movie?
I do, but I have to make sure I'm watching it alone. Because if I'm watching it with my wife, she will Wikipedia the result and most times blurt it out, and it ruins it. It ruins the suspense, the surprise.
The more I like a TV show, the less that I watch it. Like when the tension really starts to build, I'll start first leaving the room like I can't handle this. That's why I never finished Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you would rather watch and read manga, right? Isn't that what you do?
Oh yeah, I just want to watch everybody be happy. I don't really feel the need to have any more drama or tension in my life. Not that I have any more than anybody else or anything like that. I just don't want any drama or tension in my life. Like, there's enough suspense.
I have realized this as I've gotten older, is that I would rather watch like a funny Disney movie over a horror movie most nights. Like, I just want something positive and happy instead of sad and, scary.
That's why I mainly watch like animated cartoon movies. There's no tension in there. Everything's going to be all right. You don't have to worry about it.
Everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right. Studio Ghibli movies, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo. Everything's okay.
That's like as a teenager in America, because I know we have a hefty international fan base here. There's a couple of channels that run like Halloween movie marathons for the entire month, and I used to love that. But I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't want to watch Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers or Jason for the most part anymore.
Oh, nothing's scarier than real life.
Yeah, you're not getting there.
Nothing's scarier than real life. That's enough tension and scariness for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to watch a manga animated feature, but I'll watch a Disney movie. And
you know what you also won't be watching?
Yeah, come on. I was expecting this all recording.
Detroit Tigers, because they're out of the playoffs, eliminated by the Seattle Mariners.
I mean,
I don't know a single player on the team. Cal Raleigh, the Big Dumper, which probably is the worst nickname in all of sports. Like, do you want to be known as the Big Dumper?
But he got that nickname because he has apparently a really robust ass, so it's okay. Except,
right, but still, I would rather have another one than the Big Dumper.
Except, from what I've seen during interviews with him, when they've won and lost, he doesn't seem to have much of a personality. So, not sure what happened there.
Maybe he's a quiet guy, man. Maybe he just lets the results on the field do the talking, and the results seem to be winning. I mean, at least they beat the Tigers.
Did you? You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to even ask because you're not going to have known. Doesn't even matter. Yeah, listen, it's all good. We lost. We move on. It's football season now.
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily Detroit is used to losing, but we can move on.
Did we ever figure out the top 5, by the way? Because I have 2 lists for 2 different categories.
Oh, what do you got?
I mean, I have the worst, like the most unluckiest franchises. Because I wasn't sure if that's what we're doing, but I also have video game powers. So,
ooh, which one do you want to do?
I mean, we could flip a coin. We could save one for next week and do,
Well, I only did one. I only did the Sports City, so I guess we have to do that. But I could have come up with the other one. So here you go. Okay.
Yeah, I got my number 1, just a teaser. My number 1 is going to send you to the moon, and I cannot wait to do that.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's give some shout outs here. We'll start off with Nigel Maxwell. Good old Nigel.
Don't hear a lot of Nigels, but it's a great name when you hear it.
Randall Choi, Lynn Torres, Nathaniel Burton, Tanisha Dorsey, Lionel Bennett, Cecilia Goodman, or as her Instagram just called her, CCG, Bianca McCann, Thad Morrison. I don't think Thad is a real name. I think that's maybe shortened for Theodore. Not sure.
I would, yeah, I guess. Thad is not a great, like, what are we going to name him? Thad.
Yeah, like, what does
That's
that
bad.
baby look like? A Thad?
I just couldn't imagine. Like, I can't imagine people who name their children after they see them. Like, what is a babe? Does a baby ever look like a name? Like, no, we were going to name him Noah, but let's name him Kyle after seeing him. Like, he's a Kyle.
I wonder if a baby has ever come out and someone just like, oh shit, that baby's ugly.
Yeah, dude, most babies are ugly.
Brush our teeth and put on our pajamas.
Well, how do you know it's Google? Do you have that in your house? Do you have like the Google Assistant or anything like that?
No.
Anyways, we're gonna end on Ivy Rush. There we go.
Does it work? Does your Google Assistant work?
From time to time, she's more annoying than anything, to be honest.
That's the problem.
And we'll also have like,
And that means it is time
see,
for Joanna
there we go.
and Brandon to get ready for bed.
Is
We'll
it
also
playing
have a-
again?
Yeah, sometimes she'll just friggin' keep going and going. The scariest, though, speaking of it, it seems it is Halloween month. The scariest is when you'll randomly wake up to like a message from her at like 2 or 3 or 4 a.m. And it's just like, the house security alarm is set. Good night. And it's like, it's 3 a.m. What the hell are you talking about?
But it's like, yeah, that's why I don't have that stuff. I get mad at it most of the time. I'm glad Alexa doesn't have actual feelings, because if she did, I am not kind to inanimate objects that bother me with their annoying things.
Start calling you Big Dumper. I feel like we need to give a quick shout out to in memoriam. Diane Keaton passed away. 79 years old, R.I.P. Legendary actress.
Was she? What films was she in? The First Wives Club, which I do like that movie, The First Wives Club. That's the first movie that I know that Diane Keaton was in, was The First Wives Club. Is she related to Michael Keaton?
So that's, I was actually just looking
Buster
that up.
Keaton?
No, I do not believe she is related to the Keatons, like the Michael Keatons.
Interesting. Spelled the same.
Yes, I do not.
They are not related.
But I think she was most famous for one of her first roles, which was she was in The Godfather.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now
sure
I do.
Was. There
Okay.
you go.
But
But
she
I
was
mean,
in The Godfather.
She's won Golden Globes, Academy Awards. I mean, almost an EGOT winner. So anyways, R.I.P. Diane
Okay.
Keaton, 79. Believes she might have been struggling with some health issues.
I mean,
but there.
yeah, like that's like, okay, maybe that's a little bit young. I'm usually not expecting people to die strictly from old age unless it's like cancer related until the 80s. Like, ooh, 79. That's not that old.
Speaking
In
of,
your 70s, I still don't think of somebody as like, damn, you're old. Not in your 70s.
Speaking
Your
of,
80s,
I wasn't gonna bring this up, but this gives me a perfect segue to say this. How would you feel? So I had a couple of moles removed from my body a few weeks ago, a month ago now, and I just got a call Monday of this week, and they gave me the pathology results of the moles, and 2 of them were cancerous, but they're not. They're whatever. I forget the terminology now. They're cancerous, but like precancerous.
Right. Not a big deal.
Is that worth a voicemail? You think they should have been like, "Hey, call us back when you can"?
I mean, I wouldn't leave a voicemail any type of voicemail saying that you have cancer in any kind of a way. Even if it was benign and like, look, these are cancerous, but it's actually not a big deal. It's not what you think, et cetera, et cetera. No, I don't think that's a voicemail. But you probably consented at some point for them to leave a voicemail. But I would not personally leave a voicemail saying that someone, you have cancer. Hey, we got the tests back and it turns out you have all of these STDs. That's not really a great voicemail to leave.
You are the father. Let's see. I mean, I wrote down like 3 names this week, but now I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Now I don't really want it. Like Dolly Parton is alive and well. Apparently there was a rumor going around that she was dead or dying, but she's
the next big one. She's the next really big one.
I think if you were to ask me like who is probably like on my top tier list of like female celebrities that I don't want to see go, it would be Dolly Parton.
I would agree with that. Who is on your list of the next big celebrities to go? Like, oh, they're going to be the next big one. I'm going to go with Dolly Parton, Morgan Freeman, either Pacino or De Niro. I think they're both up there pretty far.
I mean, I'm still waiting. I actually have this conversation probably once every 6 months, which is really weird to say out loud. Dick Van Dyke is up there for me. I think
I would. Yeah, Pacino's 85. Like that could be any minute. I mean, it could be any minute for all of us. But like,
I mean, I keep thinking Willie Nelson's gonna die at some point. You know.
He's not. I don't think he.
Any of those. Any of those like
killable.
Like hardcore rocker guys, you know, like Keith Richards. Oh God, why? Of course, I'm going blank. Eric Clapton, like any one of those wouldn't surprise me. Rita Moreno is another name that I think about.
That's an interesting Rita Moreno. Jacques Gabor, like just thrown in there.
I'm a big theater guy, man.
Curtis Stanwyck.
Curtis, I have no idea who that is.
I don't know. I don't think he's a real person. I just made it up.
I also wrote down Bad Bunny because I legitimately feel bad for him because he's being canceled to, you know, do the Super Bowl halftime show. And what's good, politics aside, even though I don't think he's like come out really one way or the other politically, but like he's an American citizen. There have been non-American citizens that have done the halftime show within the last 5 years, or at least during a Trump presidency.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's one of those where occasionally the real reason somebody is mad comes forward, and there's kind of just nothing besides, like, oh, you just don't like people who are a different color than you. Like, that's what that one ultimately comes down to, because he's an American citizen. His music is very popular. Like, it's clearly just a business decision for the NFL. Like, I looked at, okay, so some people were like, hey, get country music. You should have country music. But his music is just way more popular. So, like, what's your real problem besides the way that the guy looks?
I mean, yeah, because he, for lack of a better terminology, speaks with an accent and doesn't have overalls and a, you know, straw in his hat.
Do you realize what you said when you said that? You said for lack of a better
No, for lack of
a better.
Jesus, what are you trying to do here?
I find it fascinating to see the things that people get really mad about.
I don't get it. Just like this, I wrote down Alec Baldwin, and I had to research it before I got on here because I wasn't sure why I wrote his name down. But apparently he, like, went on social media and spent 10 minutes telling people about how him and his brother were in a car accident, but they're okay. Just that they're okay. Nothing else. Like, does anyone even care about the Baldwin brothers anymore, especially Alec?
Wait a minute. Which one's... Who's the famous one? Who's the famous one that was on, like, 30 Rock? Because there's one that's really famous, or the most famous, and then there's, like, 6 more that are decreasing levels of fame.
Well, Stephen Baldwin was in that Biodome movie, I think. I think Alec Baldwin might be the popular one. That's the problem. There's so many of them, I don't know which one is which anymore.
Oh, yeah. Like the
Alec
Wayans
Baldwin's
brothers.
the one that like killed the director on set, remember? Or allegedly
Oh yeah,
killed
shot
the director.
somebody. I don't know
Yeah.
who it was exactly, but he shot somebody. I think that
anyways.
it's like pretty clear that he shot him. Whether he
Just-
the circumstances surrounding it, I don't think it's a debate if he shot them or not. It's like
Just
whose
makes
fault
me
was it?
think that like, God, it would have been nice to be born a Baldwin and not have to do anything your entire life. Oh, Bruce Willis, by the way. Bruce Willis is going
Bruce
to die
Willis is
sooner
up
or
there.
later.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is up there on the list of like, oh, that's coming.
And Tom
It's a
Berenger.
little bit different when Tom Berenger, Michael J. Fox.
I just saw Michael J. Fox. Yeah, he's not looking the greatest.
Well, I mean, he's been sick for a long time. Like, I feel like that's a little bit different when they've been sick for a long time, rather than somebody that just like all of a sudden goes. The one guy, D'Angelo, died. We are
did,
fast.
yeah.
We are quickly approaching. We are quickly approaching the age where okay. We are quickly approaching the funeral age. We are quickly approaching the funeral age. I can think of at least 15 to 20 family members and a ton of celebrities that I grew up with, so to speak, that are going to be kicking the bucket here in the next couple of years. Like an entire generation of my family is about to die off.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's kind of funny how you go from like the party stage to the marriage stage to the family stage to the death stage. Like that's it. If you choose to have, foundational, normal civilized life, of course, those are the 4 stages.
It's really the next big thing that happens in your life is the family death stage. Because you get married. Well, you go out in the real world. You get married. You buy a house. That's a big moment. You have children, and then your life kind of basically stops until either you retire or your family members start to die off.
Well, and for our generation, and we're on the upper end of this, we won't be able to retire probably, and if we do, we won't have any savings.
I was looking at a text message. What did you say?
Was there anything good in the text message?
No, but it was one of those like you gotta look like crap. I gotta look at this.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Yes, D'Angelo died, 51 years old of pancreatic cancer.
Oh man, that's pretty young. That dude
Phil,
was jacked.
Yeah, he was
jacked.
He was like, if there was, who was the other R&B guy from the late 90s? Brian McKnight. Like, they were like sex symbols in that whole genre of music, like without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, I remember that video of D'Angelo's.
You do?
I do. Because I remember people were like, well, look at this video. And it was just the dude with his shirt off. Like, it was just basically a stationary video of him. Like, it wasn't even him moving. He just stood there jacked.
That was like the 5-year period of music where you could only seemingly have a first name. Like, remember Joe?
No. Oh, yeah.
Cisco?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean,
Neo.
the biggest stars are just... Taylor Swift might be the biggest... No, we did. We went from a 1-name basis to a 2-name basis. We went from, like, Sting, Bono, Madonna, to
Ozzy.
Taylor Swift, Billie
I mean-
Eilish. Now we've gone to 2 names.
I want to know if Taylor Swift is as popular around the world as she is in America.
No, is the answer to that. No.
I don't think so. And you know what? F you, Travis Kelce. I know you have a podcast. We should, have a podcast off with him and his brother.
Yeah. We'll try to get that set up.
Well, that's your job. Leaf blowers. You a fan or are you not a fan of leaf blowers?
Why would I be against leaf blowers? Why would I ever be against technology? Like, I have a leaf blower. It's great. I don't really have any problems with leaf blowers. I've never, launched a campaign to be against them. What's your issue with leaf blowers?
Well, apparently there's a Republican senator that is trying to ban them. I can't even believe this is a real sentence. because this senator believes that we, as people, should be able to take care of our leaves without the assistance of a machine.
Okay, then fine. Next time he needs any work done around his house, he needs to do it by hand. And don't use that technological shovel. Don't use that technological hammer. You need to do it with your hands. Like, that's just such an idiotic thing to do, that, like, technology is bad in some way.
Also,
like, we don't need these leaf blowers.
Also, like, we're in a government shutdown, and this is what you're talking about?
This is the best idea this person has, is to campaign against leaf blowers. I just
Jesus
wonder who, but somebody had to have gotten to him and been like, Craig, you got to do something about these leaf blowers, man. Like, how many of his constituents complained to him about leaf blowers that he decided that this was the thing that he was going to do? And you got to be a man. You got to rake those leaves with your own hands. As if we don't use technology for everything. As if technology isn't our greatest achievement as a species.
All right.
That's my rant about leaf blowers. I'm pretty pissed off.
Yeah, you're...
Like, that's just a stupid thing.
Speaking of pissed off things, we should talk a little bit about fan bases here.
Oh, okay. So I just went top 5. Well, we'll see exactly what our top 5 is. It's probably going to be a little bit of an amalgamation, as usual. But our top 5 is top 5 worst sports cities. It's your number 5.
What? Okay, we need to go back to our hot amalgamation.
Amalgamation.
What the hell does that even mean?
An amalgamation? It's when
a number
of things. I don't know exactly how many things constitute an amalgamation, but it's when a number of things combine to form a new thing. It's like a transformer, except with words.
Okay.
You've never heard the word amalgamation?
I mean, if I have, it's like only when I'm drinking milk. All right. My number 5.
What does that mean? What does that
was a joke.
mean? Oh, okay. I like it, though.
My number 5, and this is definitely a homer pick, but being from Michigan, I had to put this on the list. So my number 5 for worst sports cities is Columbus, Ohio.
Why is that bad? They have a great football team in Ohio State.
Yeah, fuck them. They cheat. They're cheaters. Well, all college football teams are cheaters. But yes.
You're just bitter. You're just bitter.
They don't have... First off, you could literally combine Cincinnati and Columbus, and you could have just one sports town. But no, they had to split up. One has to be in another state. So you know what? F it. Columbus, you're my number 5. You have no other sports other than hockey, which no one goes to, soccer that no one cares about in America, and the Ohio State Buckeyes that, are good once every 10 years.
Yeah, but I would still make the argument that Columbus is the best sports city in all of Ohio.
You got to say Cleveland, but
what's Cleveland good at? Losing?
I mean, they won the NBA championships a couple years in a row, like a decade ago.
I think, they won one, okay, with LeBron, and then they got rid of him.
All right, what's your number 5?
Orlando. Orlando, but really all of Florida. Florida, as a former Florida resident, Florida doesn't really care that much about sports. Like, nobody's really paying attention. I lived in Orlando. Nobody cared about the Magic.
So I have a Florida city a little higher on the list, so I'll come back to Florida.
Okay, number 4.
My number 4, and this is, once again, when I think sports, I don't think sports should be in this city, and it's Nashville.
Oh, Nashville's a good one. I would actually put my number 4 very similar, and that's Charlotte. Charlotte is awful at everything that they do.
I mean, the Panthers have been terrible, but they weren't for a while. They went to a Super Bowl not too long ago.
Right, but Charlotte is a city that's so bad at sports, you forget it even has sports teams. Like, oh yeah, the Bobcats, that's a team.
Yeah. So my number 3 going to Florida here is, I'm going to put 2 on the list, but really it's just one team. So I'm going to do all of Tampa and Sunrise, Florida, which is the home of the Florida Panthers because it makes no sense. It makes no sense that a Miami suburb has a professional hockey team. That is friggin' good as hell, by the way.
I have nothing to add to that.
Good.
But no, I don't understand. But Arizona has a hockey team. This makes even less sense. What state would you say makes less sense to have a hockey team? Arizona or Florida?
I mean, I'd probably say Arizona, to be frank, to be honest
I
with you.
kind of feel like Arizona is too. My number 3 is Detroit. It's an embarrassment of a sports city. It's terrible. All the teams are terrible. They always choke. They always lose. You know that Detroit is. It's just a matter of when they're going to lose. And they don't even get close enough to winning where you could say like, oh yeah, that's a good team. No, they're not. You don't even, Detroit is like the person who always talks big, and no matter how well they show up at the beginning, you're just like, you know you're going to lose. And they know they're going to lose. They can go through the entire football season 18-0, beating teams by 50, and still people would be like, yeah, but we're not really that worried about Detroit.
Okay. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
I mean, it's not true, but it's fine.
Oh, it is true. Everybody knows it but you.
The fans are great. The teams
Are
leave
they?
a little... Yeah, we're friendly as hell here in Detroit, in the suburbs.
You finally admitted that you don't live in Detroit. I always like it when you accidentally admit that you're not a Detroit person. You're a poser. You live outside the city limits.
I do. It's true.
You're suburban. You're gentrified. You're
Yeah.
old. You haven't
That's
brought up
me.
the weather yet. That's pretty good. I'm impressed. Is the weather
You
different?
seen it outside today? It's nice and all right, my number 2 is all of New York City.
My number 2 is just the Jets. I don't know exactly where the Jets play, but wherever they play, they bring down the whole state. They bring down the whole state. I think it's New Jersey. But
Yeah,
they just
so they
bring
share
everything
a
down.
stadium in New Jersey with the Giants.
Whatever success other New York teams have, it's brought down by the Jets. It's like saying scoreboard in any argument. It just stops it completely.
I mean, listen, we can go team by team, but I cannot stand New York sports franchises. They get all the money, all the attention, and most of them aren't even good.
I agree. It's your number 1.
Did you do your number 2 yet?
Yeah, it was the Jets.
Oh, the Jets. Gotcha. So my number 1, I wanted just to bother you. I was going to put
I know
Buffalo.
you did. I know you wanted to, but you can't. You can't put Buffalo as the number 1 because here's why my reasoning is you can't put Buffalo as number 1 is that maybe they have been cursed, but Buffalo is a smaller city. I think it might be the second smallest NFL city. And so however, it's like the underdog. However far the underdog gets, it's still really good. That's why I don't think that you can make an argument for Buffalo.
I was really just going to say that I think they're the only team that has gone to 4 straight championships in any sport and lost all 4 in a row.
But I don't understand that argument that somehow coming in second is worse than getting like 30th. Like they're looked at in a bad way because they got to the Super Bowl 4 times and didn't win. But somehow that's worse than not getting to the Super Bowl at all, which is fascinating to me.
I mean, it's hard to explain. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's not, you can't win 1 out of 4. You know, you could, and most of them, they lost every one of those in different ways. It wasn't like they were blown out every game. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Well, they find a way to lose. Isn't that
Anyways.
the Detroit Tigers saying?
Okay.
Find a way to lose, team.
Let's get this over with. My number 1 is Boston.
Oh, why Boston? They win a lot. Why are you going to go Boston?
I'm gonna preface this, and I'm gonna keep it brief and crisp. If you're from Boston or you like Boston sports, plug your ears. Worst sports city I've ever been to. Rudest fans, and I have Big Poppy left an impression on me that I will never be able to kick, ever. So,
Go on. What happened? He snub you for an autograph?
It's 2013, and the Tigers were in the ALCS, one step away from the World Series. It was 5-1, and for some reason we decided to pitch to him with bases loaded. He hit a grand slam. They came back to beat us that year, and that basically the next year started the downfall of the Detroit Tigers until we went back to the playoffs a year ago. So a decade of destroyment because of David Ortiz.
So Detroit lost, and now you're mad at somebody else because Detroit lost? Seems to be a similar play. My number one is Cleveland. Just the Browns in and of themselves, it's the same thing as the Jets. Just the Browns are such an embarrassment. No, I'm going to change this, actually. I thought about it. My number one is Atlanta. Has Atlanta ever won anything for a city of that size?
I mean, no, actually, they're most famous because weren't the Falcons up 28-3?
Yeah,
on the Patriots in a Super Bowl a little while ago and lost 32-28 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, in hindsight, in reality, I feel like you could put any West Coast team other than LA on the list.
I think, okay, only because, and this is going to sound like a homer pick necessarily, but only because I've lived in these places, is that, like, if you live in a city where there's something else to do, I'm not trying to knock on people's cities. I'm just saying that if you live in a city where there's a lot of other things to do, specifically kind of like you can go to the beach or you can go into the mountains or you can go and do other stuff, sports is not as big of a thing. Like, it's just not. I think sports is way bigger in certain Midwest cities where during the winter, you kind of really can't do anything.
That's fair. But I would argue, around the world in places that are hot, or where people are outside more often, where they don't even have winter, per se, sports are just as big.
Yeah. I just think that they're not as big in warm weather, outdoorsy kind of states. Because there's other stuff to do in the winter and in the summer.
Yeah, you're not as big out in the warm weather, huh? So I had that on my honorable mention.
I already stopped it.
Oh,
I did. I didn't. Go for your honorable mention. Let's hear it.
No, West Coast cities, anything from Hawaii, Alaska, places like that. Anything in the state of Florida other than what I already mentioned. Just...
Oh, yeah, the West Coast isn't as big of a sports place as the East Coast.